Hey guys, welcome back to our second vlog, or not vlog, I'm an idiot, podcast for catching up with Ryan and Robert. So just something really quick I want to say, even though it's 4 days late from recording this, probably 2 weeks late from posting this. Happy birthday, Robert.
Thank you.
25?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say 21.
As you can see, I'm a Halloween child.
Yep, October 31st. And yeah, so what'd you do for your birthday since you really can't do much?
I worked.
Nice. That's probably what I'm going to be doing this next year for the first time ever.
From 5 at night till like 2 in the morning.
That's not fun.
Good time.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it was until 1 in the morning because we were dead.
Oh,
we had
nice.
no business.
Yeah. Did your coworkers at least like get you like a...
No, I don't think any of them knew.
Oh, jeez. Well, here, happy birthday. Have your speaker. I'm just looking at the bar of you opening that is the funniest thing. Sorry for the ear rape, guys. There we go. Yeah, I got a water bottle I might as well open. So that's a note for next time, is we got to make sure we open our stuff before we record. So we're recording this on November 4th. So it's basically right now they're tallying up who or the votes for the electoral. I think we only got Nevada, with Michigan and like Georgia and South Carolina left for telling us who's gonna win. Honestly, it is looking like Biden. I kind of did the math, and if it stays the way it does,
I'm not even paying attention to it.
I kind of wasn't like. I mean, I'm a little worried, to be honest, but it's like I don't want to say it's picking the lesser of the two evils, but basically it is. But
just like last election.
Yeah, we really need like a hardcore reset for the next election. Like, we need fresh faces, not...
I call for a presidential reboot.
I call for a United States reboot. But yeah, so you haven't been paying attention, so that kind of destroys what I was going to talk about today.
If they reboot it, that's going to be even worse.
Yeah, true. Just a soft reboot, not a hard reboot.
I mean, look what happened to Ghostbusters.
Yeah, true. Which, guess what I just bought last week? Ghostbusters. I'm a completionist. I like to have everything. I'm still missing Ghostbusters 2, though. I can't find that anywhere. But, so, did you get any trick-or-treaters for... Oh, you live in an apartment, so...
We live in a closed apartment. We send kids away.
Fair enough.
We send them to boarding school if they come by.
Fair enough. So, what have you been up to lately, I guess I should say?
Well, I finally got a break after 6 days of work on this past Sunday.
And I finally am back to 5 days of work after working 6 days for the last, I think, 8 weeks. Mm-hmm. It's killing me. It was killing me. I'm so happy to be back.
We got some people back in the kitchen.
Yep.
So I'm actually losing hours now.
Oh, that's not good. But, I mean, so yeah, then let's talk about that. So, state of Illinois has gone back to closing bars and restaurants.
Back to phase 1.
No, phase 3.
3? Oh.
Yeah, phase 1 is literally only essential is open, and
true.
Can only have 25% people.
We're getting closer to phase 1. Just to watch.
Well, I don't think there's going to be any more phases. I think it's going to stop soon, because did you hear that King County already sued Pritzker?
No.
Yeah, King County sued Pritzker because it's there is no like actual scientific correlation for restaurants being the main cause of people catching the virus. So that, and then like you can still go to the mall and eat. You could still go to the bowling alleys and eat. It's still indoor eating. Doesn't make any sense.
Because the virus is airborne.
Yep. So no matter what, it's gonna. I'm telling you what I'm really kind of scared about is I better not wake up tomorrow, and then all of a sudden they announce the winner, and then they go, oh, by the way, the virus is actually being downgraded. It's not as bad, or oh, we have a vaccine, or oh, we're not going to cover it anymore. It's fine. Mm. I think, if anything, because they were talking about riots happening after the election, I don't think there's going to really be riots. If anything, it might be something small, like a little bit of extremists.
You don't know people that well.
Yeah. But, I would totally agree with people rioting if they come out and say, hey, by the way, this virus wasn't that bad. As I cough. Don't worry, I just swallowed water wrong. So yeah, I just think it's ridiculous. Oh, also another update. I have a new niece. Not niece. I have a new cousin. I'm an idiot. I'm never going to have a niece unless I marry somebody that has...
Unless you marry someone with a, brother-in-law or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why I said that. Yeah, no, I got a new cousin. And she's
Where'd you get a little brother? I thought you were an only child.
But yeah, she's funny. I mean, she's only a week and a few days old, but she's pretty funny. My mom wanted to take pictures of her, and anytime she picked up the phone or the camera to take pictures, she would start crying. Mm. And then yesterday I was at my uncle's and my parents were showing up, and my grandma was holding her, and I go, oh, here they come. And she literally moved her hands to cover her face. Mm. I was like, this kid's smart. She knows not when pictures are coming. It's pretty funny. But yeah, so that's been pretty fun. But yeah, other than that, we're still in the kind of same state we were last month. Mm. Maybe a little worse, maybe a lot more fear. Mm. But not fear of COVID, just fear of this whole election, which is sad. I'm
staying home just playing Animal Crossing.
Yep, and I've been playing Squadrons, so that's fun. Which reminds me, either this month or next month, I'll be doing a gameplay stream every first or second Thursday of the month. So I hope you guys will enjoy that. Sorry to plug my other stuff on our podcast, but yeah.
Look, it's just shameless self-promotion. Just admit it. And
exactly. I mean, anything to get more than 40 subscribers. That's the truth. So,
then sell your channel, and live a good life.
Yeah, exactly. So, I guess since we kind of... I don't know, you're not paying attention that much to the election, and I was going to talk about it. I don't really want to talk too much into it because I don't want anybody to be offended by political opinions, because I have a feeling that'll be running rampant. But so let's just talk about some old stories. So we're going to talk about basically when me and Robert were in a band together for a little bit, and then the band went on without him, but he was still kind of around. So back in, what was it, 2014?
I think so.
Yeah, 2014. I was working as a cashier at the same job that I have now, except now I moved up. But we got this guy that started working in my department. He was a little tiny guy. So we're using food names, so we're gonna call him Shish Kebab. So Shish Kebab came up to me once. And I am going to do his voice, though, because I do a pretty spot-on impression of Shish Kebab. Mm. He was like, sure, I hear you like music a lot. And he was like, yeah. He goes, you ever want to start a band? You go, well, yeah, that would be cool, but, like, I really kind of just know a little bit of drums. I don't know anything else. He goes, well, I'll find other people. And he would contact me, like, every single day asking about it. And finally, I was, like, walked up to Robert, and I go, dude, you still play bass, right? And you're like, yeah, a little bit. So I kind of coaxed you in. I coaxed our neighbor, Romaine Lettuce, into trying to do piano. That only lasted, like, a day. And then, yeah, we're like, okay, we have a drummer, we have a bassist, we have a singer. And Romaine Lettuce introduced us to, I'm trying to think of a good name to use for this person. Rutabaga. And so Rutabaga joined in, and we had our first band practice in my garage. And it literally wasn't a band practice. We were just standing around talking and having, and I had a basketball as a drum kit. And you brought your bass. Rutabaga brought his guitar. And then Shish Kebab dressed for the occasion, which he always had the most extravagant. He definitely. I don't talk to him anymore, but he's definitely a frontman. The way he dresses,
he's an out there kind of guy.
He's very out there, yeah. I mean that in the nicest way, but yeah. And then basically we practiced for a while. That was probably 2 months into it, and we were trying to learn "Light 'Em Up" by Fall Out Boy, my songs Know What You Did in the Dark. And I just remember we had a really bad practice one day, and I remember driving home silent in the car with everybody in it, and, like, nobody talked at all. Oh wait, no, this was before we got the other guitarist that took your place as bassist. I'm not going to give him a name because he might be involved in stuff with this soon. So I'm just going to say the other bassist for now, and then maybe reveal who that is later on.
I still remember that car ride, just not caring.
Yeah, I remember we were all so quiet. I was actually on the verge of tears, if not I was crying. I can't remember.
That was just me normally. It's like I don't talk often. So
yeah, but we were like, I remember Rutabaga, Rutabaga screaming at you. And, like, yelling at me, and, like, yeah, he was sick of it. And the worst part was, like, Shish Kebab never would practice. He'd just say that he memorized the lyrics. So after that, we kind of just had you be, like, our tech guy sort of thing. And then the other bassist moved to bass. And then we were trying to find a new guitarist. And I might mention this new guitarist a lot in these videos. I'm still gonna go by just saying, you know what, I'm looking at a Mr. Mime pop, so I'm gonna call him Mr. Mime, and I think that fits perfectly. I will let you guys know too, just in case any of you guys are watching, I have no ill will towards you guys. I'm neutral, I'm past it. It's 5 years ago. I really don't care, but we're doing this for the sake of telling a story. So Mr. Mime was sitting there playing guitar, and I remember literally feeling like I was about to ask out a girl. It was weird, and I was, like, nervous to be like, hey dude, can you join my band? And he kind of, like, I had somebody else ask for me, and he jumped in, and he asked me. We had an open mic that day.
I wasn't even there. I was in Florida for those 2 months.
Yeah, you were in Florida. Oh no, this is before that. Oh, this is, like, right when I met Mr. Mime. And
yeah, I still wasn't there.
Yeah, no, you weren't there, but, like, they had, like, an open mic or something. So he was like, hey, can you use your drum pad just to keep rhythm for it? So we did.
All right, this was at the college.
Yeah, this was at the college, and yeah, we got that all set and everything, and then he came over and started practicing with us. Now this guy, the one I thought was one of the major issues of this band was everybody had way different musical tastes.
Yeah.
Like, Shish Kebab was more, I want to say classic rock probably. It was more like he wanted to be Billy Idol.
That's why I couldn't really get into it, because no one was on the same page.
Yeah, and then I was more metal. Rutabaga was more like, I don't even know what to call it, but like guitar-focused, finger-picking music.
We never really talked about what kind of music we wanted to get
into. Yeah, because anybody would mention something, and then it's like, oh, no, I don't want to do that. Oh, I don't want to do that. And Mr. Mime was a big progressive rock guy. And the other bassist was a big punk head. He was, like, really obsessed with Green Day. So, basically what our practices would consist of is tuning for about a half an hour, and then we'd start just jamming, and then all of a sudden we'd break off into doing different things. And we'd say, okay, let's get focused, and we'd be focused for 5 minutes.
Then what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And somehow, though, we pulled together a 7-song set. Because we had a friend that unfortunately had brain cancer. He survived it and everything, but they were doing a fundraiser to help pay for the treatment. So we actually played at the fundraiser, and there's 7 songs that we did. I actually broke the drum kit on stage. I don't think you were there for that. No, the other bassist was... Oh, yeah, at that point, too. Mr. Mime started getting a bigger ego and was trying to kick the other bassist out of the band, and he ended up convincing us all to kick him out. And then we got his other friend, which... phenomenal musician. Really, really good musician. Could play any instrument you could think of. Like, pick it up within a week and then be able to do it. Really bad gas, though. He farted a lot. So I'll call him...
Taco Bell.
Yeah, Taco Bell. Yeah, we'll call him Taco Bell. So Taco Bell played with us. And actually, what happened was... I'll explain our concert. So Rutabaga couldn't make it because he was out of town. So it was Robert. So the other bassist was our roadie. And we were going to have our last song be Never Too Late by 3 Days Grace. So that had to be tuned on a different guitar. So our other bassist was supposed to transfer the guitar over to Mr. Mime. So our first song was our original song. We did it. It was great. Everything went through. Then we did Seven Nation Army by White Stripes, which went through. Then we did Gives You Hell by All American Rejects, and that's when things started falling apart.
And I wasn't there for any of this.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever told you about this, too. So we're in the middle of the song. And, like, it was right after the chorus. So the second verse comes in. Shish Kebab completely forgot the lyrics. And he's just standing there, and I was like, what the hell is he doing in the back of my head? So I start singing, and then he goes back into the chorus, and, like, he got mad at me after that. I was like, the show's gotta go on. You can't just stand there, like, blank slated. And then after that, we did, like, a guitar/drum solo that was basically Voodoo Child. And then we started doing Give It Away. And when Give It Away by Red Hot Chili Peppers came on, Shish Kebab walked off the stage to take selfies. Literally walked off the stage to take selfies, and we had to yell at him to come back on stage. And he forgot the lyrics again. And then, so while we were practicing, we had 2 other songs that we were going to do, which was, or 3 others. My Own Worst Enemy, which that one ended up being good. By late, you know, the, Can We Forget About the Things I Said When I Was Drunk?
Yeah,
Didn't mean to, you know that one, yeah. Yeah, so after that, Shish Kebab goes, during practice, he goes, so I can't sing really fast like they do in Foxtrot Uniform Charlie Kilo. And I can't sing really high like they do in Never Too Late by 3 Days Grace. So I'll do drums for that, and you sing. So I was like, okay, fine. It was like, are you going to actually play the drums while we're doing that? Like during practice? He goes, no, I got it set in my head. So Foxtrot, I don't remember. but Never Too Late, literally, this was him playing drums, if you can hear on the, what you call it, the mic. Through the whole song. And it's like, are you really, really kidding me? I was so embarrassed, and there was this girl that I ended up liking, that actually ended up being my first girlfriend, that came to that, and I just remember being so embarrassed that, like, Shish Kebab couldn't hold it together on that. And then after that, we like ended the show. We ended up staying in the basement of the bar for the whole night, just talking to people and everything, because it was a fundraiser / party. And I remember basically one of my coworkers came downstairs, looked at me and Shish Kebab and pointed at Shish Kebab and says, "You need to stay on vocals and pay attention." Then pointed at me and goes, "And you need to stay on drums until you could find a better singer." Or I mean, yeah, it's something like that. Which, like, I could sing fine usually, but like, yeah, that was bad. And then this guy walked up to Shish Kebab and started talking to him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, no, I know this guy that's a big time promoter in your area, and blah 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 blah." And we did not know anything about this for 3 weeks that they talked. He didn't tell any of us. And Shish Kebab set a 3-hour set for us within 4 weeks.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Yeah, you remember that? Yeah, we all lost it. Oh my god, we all lost it. We were like yelling at him, calling him an idiot. It was so bad. I just remember that. And then I remember that same practice, he said something about like, "Well, I still don't have a mic to perform to practice, so that's my that's your guys' problem. You need to buy me a mic." And we're like, "What?" And then my girlfriend at the time goes, "Well, I'll give you my mic." And like, all of us walked away, and I guess he turned to her and like grabbed her on the shoulder. He goes, "You know, I wish I could clone you so Ryan wouldn't have you all to himself." And I'm like, dude, what the hell? That was like so freaking creepy. And like, she gave him the mic and everything, and we practiced and blah blah blah. And then actually the funny part was Shish Kebab still has the mic, because what happened was my girlfriend broke up with me, and we were trying to find the time to give her the mic back, but she didn't want to see me. And then I just said, "Shish Kebab, do you want to hold on to it?" So he held on to it, and then he kept it. But yeah, so that whole thing went, and like after me and my girlfriend broke up, we actually kind of like stayed focused on the band, because that was to help me. But this is when you were in Florida.
Yeah. So
basically around the time that you were in Florida, we devised a plan that we're going to kick Shish Kebab out of the band. We're going to kick him out without telling him that we're kicking him out. We met a new guy named Danish. Let's just say Danish. You know who I'm talking about. And he's like, we wanted to go. I started listening to more hardcore music at that time, due to the breakup. I was like, I'm gonna be that emo teenager that I never got to be. So I started listening to like Bring Me the Horizon, of Mice and Men, like the stuff I listen to now. And we're like, okay, we want to be more of a hardcore band, and I do not want Shish Kebab there screaming, because he can already barely sing. So, and what I meant earlier by he's a frontman, he has the personality of the frontman, not the talent of the frontman. But yeah, so he we told him that the band broke up, and he was like so bummed out, and he was like, "Oh, that stinks so much. Well, do you want to start a new one?" And I was like, "You know, I don't want to be in a band anymore." So then the next day we were like, "Hey Danish, do you want to come to our practice and scream?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." So we started doing that, and like we thought he was okay. And then at that time I started dating my second girlfriend, who listened to that kind of music too, and she goes, "This guy's got no screaming. need to work on it with him. You scream better than he does. It's like, okay. And then at that time, too, we went to a New Year's Day concert. I got to go for free. I never was really that big of a fan of New Year's Day, but I got to go for free. Mm. And we met this one kid there. God, a lot of A's. Because I've been trying to associate it like that so we could keep it like that. Avocado. So Avocado was a really cool guy. He still is. We still talk sometimes. But we were like, dude, you could sing. Do you want to like be our clean singer? He goes, yeah, sure. So we tried to start doing practices, and this is when like everybody started getting an ego. And nobody wanted to come to practice because they would rather be hanging out with other people that were kind of unsavory and everything. And I remember one of the last practices we had, it was just me and Avocado, and we looked and we're like, what the heck are we doing? Why are we putting effort into this when nobody else wants to? And that's kind of where it ended. And then with that came the whole fury of Mr. Mime and Danish kind of breaking up the entire friend group and band group that we had. There's a lot of really, really mean stuff that we'll get into in another episode. And we'll get to why that happened and everything, but yeah, that whole time you weren't even here.
Yeah, I come back, it's like...
Yeah, you came back and it was like a bomb went off. Imagine how Rutabaga... I talked to Rutabaga still, and he even was like, dude, I feel guilty that like you guys fell apart. And I was like, it's nothing to do with you. It's just people kind of grow out of each other, and some people take it a hard way and some people don't. And yeah. And to add on to that story, I trying to make a new one now with the other bassist and a friend from high school, and instead of doing drums, I'm going to try to be doing vocals. Mm. Which, the reason why I did that was my favorite band of all time is Beartooth. Love Beartooth. If you guys have not heard of Beartooth, go and check them out. I highly suggest the album Disease. It's great, phenomenal. But I was watching the making of that album, and basically how Beartooth record their album is it's all the singer. He just does all the instruments. Everybody else gets the credit for that. Mm. And he said, the way I see it is if I want to truly put my heart and be honest in this music, I should be doing 90% of the work. And like that kind of hit me in a point, and I was like, well, I don't know guitar, I don't know bass, but I know drums, and I feel that if I'm writing these lyrics, then I should be the one singing it. So like I'm probably never going to be considered the best singer of all time. Never in a million years. Won't probably never even get far if we end up and even doing anything with my vocal talent. Mm-hmm. But, you know, I wrote it. I should be the one singing it. That's the way I see it. So, hopefully we could get updates on that. But as of right now, we've been trying to schedule stuff, and just with this pandemic going on, it's really hard to get people together. Because either everybody's working too much because they're essential workers, or people are having to reschedule appointments because of COVID stuff. So, I never got to hear your take on the band. Since you were the original one of the original members.
Yeah, we start out, I'm just like, so what music are we playing?
Yeah.
Just practice. What am I practicing for? Like, what's the genre? What sound am I going for?
Yeah,
just practice. Like, that doesn't tell me anything.
Yeah, and I remember too, like, God, we spent how long on trying to learn Light 'Em Up by Fall Out Boy? That was like, probably. That's an easy song. Mm-hmm. And we spent 3 months practicing that. Mm-hmm. And that was like, that's when we kind of broke and were like really pissed off. But like, yeah, I felt bad because like, we wanted to do more. Mm-hmm. We had the heart, we had the people.
We have the equipment.
And like,
we didn't have the mindset.
Yeah, because nobody wanted to take it seriously. And like, what I liked was when we actually had that first gig planned. Mm-hmm. we started taking things seriously. We started going, okay, we need to learn this. We need to practice longer. We need to actually focus. Let's learn one song a week, and then on the last week, practice the whole set 3 times, and then we're good. And, I mean, for instrumentally, it worked perfect. Actually, something I omitted was Taco Bell walked up to me after it, and we go, so are you coming to the next practice? And he goes, here's the thing. And he pointed at Mr. Miami. He goes, you were off the entire time. I don't understand what you were doing. Pointed at Shish Kebab and goes, you were off key and you were too busy trying to take pictures than actually perform with your band. He pointed at me and he goes, and you were good. And then he said, I'm not doing this anymore.
I was like, you went from crap to okay.
But yeah, no, he said that it was good though. That was like the biggest thing that I still get happy whenever I think of that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, when somebody that can learn any instrument within a week tells you that you're good, that's a great feeling. And when it comes to music, it's almost like walking up in a pro gamer watching you play and goes, hey, you did a good job. It's like, oh. But yeah, no, there was no focus.
I wonder what his musical background was like.
What?
I wonder what his musical background was like, because to be able to learn an instrument just in a week takes a lot.
Yeah. I remember one time he came into the college. We had a hangout area called the Life Lounge. He came in with a didgeridoo. He was playing a didgeridoo. It was like, how the heck do you know a didgeridoo? And I think he literally went, I was bored. It's
I was bored. It's a didgeridoo. It's fun. It sounds fun. Let's try it.
Yeah. There was, when we were in a band, it was fun. And the nice part was most of us were straight edge. I'm not promoting straight edgeism, and the way I see it is well, you want to live your life, live it. But it was good to be around most people that were okay, we're not gonna do anything or force anybody in doing anything just because we're in a band.
Oh no, I'm here to stir the pot.
It was just let's all listen to music, let's all try to play music and have fun. That was the main thing about that I want to enforce if I do start if this band does take off, is the first thing always should be to have fun. It shouldn't be, oh, let's get famous, let's get whatever. Hopefully that'll come with it, but the fun part is the most important part. Because in all honesty, I didn't get to choose my major in college. I kind of got forced onto it by my mom, and I'm a business administration major. I could care less about working in business administration. I really could. It's heartbreaking that we spent all this money on it and everything, but I always wanted to write. And I like my job, but I don't love it. I don't go in and be okay, time to work and scan items and blah 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 blah. No, but I started writing again, because actually Angie even said at a point you don't need a college degree to be a writer.
You really
You just need talent. And I've been writing since high school. I think did I make you read my 20-page book that I wrote? No. Okay, good. That was awful, but that was
you just need general knowledge of what you're doing and what you're trying to convey.
Yeah, but I wrote a 20-page book in high school, and I mean it wasn't as good, and it kind of read like a Sonic fanfic in all honesty, but it was something. I took a few creative writing classes. I write songs, and now I started writing a book, and it's called Broken Spirits.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically about these twins that were kind of orphaned, and they were being raised by their grandparents, and they stumble upon that the reason why they were orphaned was their father was basically a ghost/monster hunter, and he kind of, well, I'm not going to spoil anything, but they start following in his footsteps, and basically turns into like them being monster hunters sort of thing. And I know it's a done concept already, but like the major difference between that and, like, say, Supernatural is these twins are a boy and girl, and they the focus is on their relationship and how they perceive everything going on, and how like, for example, they find out about their dad, and before they found out about their dad, the boy really, really highly held him in respect and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the daughter couldn't stand the fact that he left them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they find out the truth, and it switches, because I'm not going to spoil it, but there's a major reason why it switches. And, like, the main protagonists are actually called Titan. There are the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, how they've basically messed with the world for a long time, and they're trying to get it to stop. You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thought my phone vibrated.
Oh, he was checking his phone. I thought we were running out of time. We still got like 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so, like, that was something that I've been passionate about. I've also wanted to write a script, and, like, I'm just sitting here, I'm like, half the time I'm sitting around doing nothing, either thinking about what I'm going to do for a video or whatever. Why not just write? And, you know, it's like, actually, the last 2 days I wrote a page a day because I'm kind of in a writer's cramp. And I go, until I hit something, I'm going to just write a page a day.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's been really enjoying it. I love, the main characters' names are Izzy and Andy. I love writing for Izzy. Andy, it's okay, but, like, I just love the personality that I create for that character. She's great. I almost have a feeling that, like, 90% of the book is going to be her perspective, just because it's so fun to write in her perspective.
Is it because Andy starts with an A?
Maybe. Could be because Andy starts with an A. I didn't want to use my name, so I was like, I'll use my middle name and I'll shorten it. So that's why I did that.
Mm.
And I think I don't like writing for Andy because Andy is just kind of me.
Should have been, hey, Tony. What's wrong with Tony?
Well, because there is a Tony in it, actually. But he's...
Could be two Tonys.
But he's the older brother, so... I just spoiled something. I'm sorry.
It could have been a Tony brawl. Come on, man. Yeah. Dominance. Who's the better Tony?
But, I guess it isn't a spoiler because it's like the first page it mentions it. They have an older set of twins in that family named Anthony and Annabelle, so it's Tony and Anna. So, yeah, there is a Tony.
Tony.
And, yeah. But, yeah, the main focus is Andy and Izzy. But, yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm only like 6 or 7 pages in, but I'm really enjoying it, and I hope it ends up going somewhere. I know I'm sounding like I'm trying to do everything in the world to get something out there, but, like, I feel like I know that you can just say, I hope you have a good day to somebody, and you could affect their life and make them have a happier life, but, like, I want to do something that, you know, has people like get excited and hopefully have a better life. Like, I hope this podcast like helps somebody have a good day or something, or they just get excited that they see it. So we're probably going to actually wrap up about 5 minutes early because we're running out of things to talk about.
I just can't wait to quit my job for something better.
Yep. Well, let's talk about that. We got like 5 minutes.
I like my job, but I love the people there, but it's a dead end job.
Yeah. I feel like with this year going on and everything too, it's a little hard to actually like get out of that dead end job, because I mean a lot of the dead end jobs are essential jobs.
I mean, especially the state itself with how high the taxes are.
Yeah, well,
they don't make it easy.
Yeah, did you hear the progressive tax thing got canceled? Or I mean, got declined.
The fair tax?
Yeah, the fair tax got declined.
I wonder why.
Well, that's a good thing, because you know that would have killed small businesses even more. So yeah.
Yeah.
That but yeah, this state isn't that helpful either. That's the sad part. Like if I was given $1 million and told that I could live anywhere, I'd move out of Illinois right away, just because it's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this up. I hope you guys enjoyed the second installment of our podcast, just catching up. I'm Ryan.
Bob's your mom.
And that's Robert. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, because if we get 100 subscribers by the end of the year, there is a raffle going on per Angie. We might actually have her on in the next podcast too, so please stay tuned for that. And next time we'll talk about how we think Godzilla will take over the world. I don't know.
Is it the war of the kaijus?
Totally.
Nice.